name's Sydnie Christmas.
Is it?
Sydnie
Yeah. That's an unbelievable name. I love that.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's not.
My middle name's worse.
What is it?
Mary.
Sydnie Christmas won Britain's Got Talent. She won over hearts all over the world. The strength of her voice and her performances earned her the title and a prize of £250,000. But for many talent show winners, the real problem started after the show was over. Fame opens doors, but it also brings pressure, scrutiny, and doubt. Sydnie's post-show path quickly showed that being in the spotlight doesn't always mean easy sailing. Come with us as we tell you the truth about Sydnie. Today is Christmas after Britain's Got Talent. Sydnie, when Christmas went on Britain's Got Talent, her life changed, but the days leading up to that moment were anything but glamorous. She worked as a receptionist in a London gym, greeting clients and handing out towels. Before her audition went viral, she quietly nurtured a passion that had once grown on smaller stages. She had done some musical theatre, including a stint in Greece, but she had never been a musical abroad star. When she sang "Tomorrow" from Annie at her audition, not many people thought it would cause such a big reaction. Sydnie's performance was honest, emotional, and technically perfect, showing not only how good she is at singing but also how real she is. The judges were all shocked, but Amanda Holden was so moved that she pressed the golden buzzer to make the most of the moment. People weren't just seeing a performance, they were seeing a reclamation. A young woman had quietly worked hard for years to make it in a tough industry. Now, she was finally being noticed not for her connections or marketability, but for her sheer talent. That performance alone got millions of views online in just a few days, with people praising her voice, story, and humility. People loved her just the way she was, not how she was supposed to look in show business. But her story didn't end with the fame. In June 2024, Sydnie was named the winner of Britain's Got Talent Season 17. She beat out tough competitors with a soulful performance of "Over the Rainbow." Not only did her win change her career, but it also changed the lives of millions of people who had been rooting for her. Many people thought Sydnie would easily make it to the top of the UK entertainment scene after winning BGT, but life threw her a surprise curveball. A few weeks after the BGT finale, she was fired from her job as a receptionist at the gym. At first glance, it looked strange. After all, she had just become one of the most loved TV personalities in the country. The exact reasons she was fired weren't made public, but rumors were flying everywhere. Some people said that the gym couldn't work normally because of all the attention she was getting from the public. Others thought the company just didn't want all the attention. In any case, it showed that fame doesn't come with a safety net, especially for poor stars who don't already have lawyers or agents on hand. Even stranger, a small but vocal group of people on social media were against her success. Some viewers asked if a musical theatre performer should have even been in the competition, saying she had an unfair advantage. Sydnie answered these critics with grace and calmness, saying that BGT had finally given her the break she'd been waiting for years, even though she had trained and worked hard. This part of her life after the show brought to light the harsh truth that becoming famous overnight can be both exciting and unstable at the same time. She had thousands of fans, but she also had to deal with the bad sides of fame. She kept going, though, determined not to be a short-lived reality star but a serious artist who would last. The release of Sydnie's first album, My Way, was one of the most important events in her career after she won BGT. The project was very important to her because not only did the title song stand out in her performances, but the album itself was a way for her to take back control in a business that had told her no many times. The album she put out on her own, with help from her BGT fans, was mostly covers of old standards, emotional ballads, and hit songs from the theatre. But it wasn't just the repertoire that people liked, it was also how it was played. Sydnie added something new and powerful to every song she sang by singing them as if she had lived the words. Fans really liked songs like My Way Somewhere Over the Rainbow and I Didn't Know My Own Strength. She was called a cross between Barbara Streisand and Shirley Bassey by critics who liked her dynamic voice and theatrical flair. She was able to try new things when she was promoting the album. In addition to performing at charity events, she was on radio shows and even daytime TV shows. All of that helped her become known as an artist in her own right, not just that girl from BGT. Sydnie stayed grounded the whole time, thanking her fans directly and giving them behind-the-scenes updates in a way that made them feel like they were part of the action. Even when her music career took off, Sydnie never forgot that she came from a theater background. In the holiday season of 2024, she played Fairy Christmas in a Sleeping Beauty show at the Orchard West in Dartford. Even though pantomime isn't the highest level of theater, it's a popular art form in Britain, and Sydnie jumped right into it. The audience loved it. Her stage presence, comedic timing, and powerful vocals added extra sparkle to the show, and critics said she stole the show with every entrance. For Sydnie, the production was more than just a seasonal job, it was a welcome home. She was back doing what she loved, making characters and bringing the old magic of live theater back to life in front of real people. Her pantomime success made people talk again about how she could become a West End star. There were rumors that she would be joining long-running shows like Les Miserables or even taking on lead roles in new musicals. People in the business said that she had a unique vocal range and emotional delivery and that she would make a great actress. Even after winning the crown and the £250,000 prize on Britain's Got Talent, Sydnie Christmas continues to surprise her fans not with a new show but with her choice to go back to school. She isn't going to rest on her laurels after her victory, instead, she's going to finish the Level 3 personal training qualification she started before she became famous. Even though there were new opportunities, she chose to finish school. This shows that she has a strong sense of responsibility and reality. Instead of chasing every attractive offer, Sydnie is laying the groundwork for a stable life after the stage. Even though Sydnie has performed in front of King Charles at the Royal Variety Show, she isn't letting the attention take her away from real life. Once Sydnie was done with BGT and all the fame and attention, her personal life began to grow. In interviews, she was honest about how important it was to stay grounded, even though the entertainment world pulled her in a lot of different directions. Sydnie told someone that she was seeing Italian model and singer Max Rizzo in an interview. The two were often seen at events together, and while she kept many things between them private, she did say that they both loved music and knew what it was like to live in the spotlight. Fans were thrilled to see their favorite singer having fun outside of work. Sydnie also talked about how she wants to start a family someday. Being honest, she said that even though she was driven, she also wanted normal things like love, a home, and someday children. Boundaries were needed to get around in this new chapter. For Sydnie, making sure her mental health was a top priority meant going to therapy and surrounding herself with close friends and coworkers she could trust. Sydnie Christmas is no longer just a BGT winner as of the middle of 2025. She is a real artist in her own right. She is working on new music for her second album behind the scenes. This time it has songs that were written just for her voice and experience. People who know her say the project leans towards soul big band with a touch of modern pop, showing that she's not afraid to try new things. A TV special or mini-doc that follows her rise to fame and life after winning Britain's Got Talent is also being talked about. Producers like her because she is both an inspiration and a marketable personality, which isn't often found in someone. She gives off a warmth and strength that keeps fans loyal and interested in what she has in store next, whether she's singing a Broadway hit or being honest about the hard things in life. In a time when viral fame comes and goes quickly, Sydnie Christmas shows that being real and being artistic can make something last. With each performance project and personal achievement, she gets closer to becoming more than just a reality show star. She wants to be an artist who leaves a lasting